Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be building the best lineup possible for 250,000 MT or less in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. Before we hop into this video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 6,000 subscriber mark on the channel. We're less than 100 subscribers away from that mark. Very possibly we can hit that in the next couple of days. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Help me push towards that mark. Channel's been growing like crazy, and I really do appreciate all of the recent support. Without further ado, let's not waste any time. Let's hop right into it and let's check out. Let's start off, with the starting point guard position. One thing I do want to mention actually before we hop into this team, I'm not including any of the free cards on this list. There are a lot of elite free cards in the game right now. You got a free Invincible Devin Booker, you just have to type in a locker code for Chris Webber, Mark Eaton potentially, Jalen Rose, Grant Hill, Nikola Jokic, the level 40 reward, etc, etc, etc. There's a lot of amazing free cards that you can run in your lineup right now, but I didn't include them in this video, so just keep that in mind. And at the one, we got Dyson Daniels, who I think is one of the better point guards in my team, pretty much period. I'm a big fan of this Dyson Daniels card. He's got great size at 6'8" with a 7-foot wingspan, which is a great start to the card. But then hot spots from everywhere, 45 hops, include incredible playmaking and defensive badges, really good finishing badges as well. Shooting badges aren't insane, and he only has half catch, corner, and sniper of key shooting badges, but an 88 shot 3 gold shooting badges. Shooting a coach is going to get that up to a 99, and he's got elite stats everywhere else, as well as the XM base on very quick with Kemba Upper, which is really, really good. Quick dribble style, D-Rose, size up, Kobe escape, and Pippen behind the back are all very good SIGs. Wish he had maybe Trey escape instead of Kobe escape, but that's about the only thing you complain about with the SIGs, because the rest of his SIGs are basically perfect. And he's also got elite safe dunks. He's just an elite all-around card. Really no significant flaws in this card. He's 60,000 MT, but he's the perfect piece to start off a team like this. At the 2, we're going with DeMar DeRozan, and DeMar is a another very good card, very undervalued card in my opinion. At 6'7" with a 6'9" wingspan, he's got T-Max release, he's got T-Max SIGs, in addition to having the Pippen behind the back, which T-Mac actually doesn't have. This card is basically invincible T-Mac, except 1 inch shorter and maybe not quite as good stats and badges, but he's still really good stats across the board. Badge wise, very even, has great interior badges, shooting badges, perimeter defensive badges, playmaking, finishing, everything about the card. His badges are elite, his stats are elite, and his animations are elite. He gives you 95+% of what a Dark Matter Invincible T-Mac would give you, and he comes in at 14,000 MT, which is just an absolute steal. At the 3, we got one of the best small forwards in the game, which is Mr. Jabari Smith, another card who just gives you an exceptional amount of value for his price. One of the better cards in the game, period, in my opinion. At 6'10" with a 7'2" wingspan, has really good size for the 3. In addition to hotspots everywhere, another card with really well-rounded hops, especially on the defensive and shooting end, but also really good playmaking badges, really good finishing badges, including those 3 best finishing badges: fast twitch, limitless takeoff, and posterizer. 95 speed and excel, 97 shot 3, 90 driving dunk, 90+ on every defensive stat, really fast, great rebounder. Jumper is very smooth. Ray Allen release, Carmelo Upper I'm a big fan of, and on very quick, so really good release as well. Quick dribble style, D-Rose, size up, Trey escape, Pippen behind the back, perfect dunk animations. It's got perfect SIGs. This card is one of the best small forwards in the game, an absolutely elite option in my team. Still my backup small forward on my God Squad, which is one of the best teams that you can build in my team, and I think Jabari is such a steal. Coming at only 41,000 MT for how good he is, just a great value card. At the 4, we're going with Thon Maker, who I think fits this team very well. Just a guy who can kind of do everything and gives you good size at the 4 as well. At 7 foot, hot spots from everywhere, 36 hops, a card with pretty well-rounded hops, really good defensive hops, amazing playmaking badges for a power forward, in addition to really good shooting badges and some decent finishing badges like fast switch and posterizer as well. He's got really good speed for a power forward, great shooter, super solid dunker, and solid all-around defender. And at 7 foot, he plays a little bit better on the perimeter than you would think, especially with really good, well-rounded Hall of Fame badges on both the interior and the perimeter. In terms of his animations, he's got jump shot 47 with Kobe Upper on very quick, which is the exact same release as Taco Fall, and honestly it's a release that I personally am a big fan of. I think it's really smooth and easy to green. Quick dribble style, pro, size up, KD escape, and Pippen behind the back are all very solid SIGs, so he can move and be a secondary ball handler at a high level as well. And I just think Thon is a really good budget option at the 4. He's going to hold it down, and he's only 35,000 MT, which makes him fit the team pretty well as well. And then at the starting 5, I mean, this is pretty much a no-brainer. We're going with the Signature Series signed Yao Ming. There's a few other options of Yao Ming that you could have picked, but with all the Yao Mings that dropped 2 days ago in those packs that they dropped with Yao and Giannis, I think this one specifically is just so good. At 7'6" with a 7'9" wingspan and 47 Hall of Fame badges, including basically every single defensive half, almost every single finishing half, and really good shooting and playmaking badges as well. 84 speed and excel for a 7'6" player is really good. He's a great shooter, really good scorer, and an elite all-around defender with an amazing rebounding. Obviously at 7'6", he's going to be one of the best interior players in the game on both ends of the court as a rebounder, masher, and rim protector, and his length helps him out on the perimeter as well. Set shot 8 with release of 102 up on very quick is smooth. Not Not the fastest release, but definitely not slow, and pretty tough to contest, which is nice. Shifty dribble style gives him at least a tiny bit of playmaking ability, but that's not really his role. He's just a massive guy. He's going to be able to dunk the ball at a super high level, be a super elite offensive card as a pick and pop guy or as a masher, and then elite rebounder, elite defender, and obviously incredible size. And he comes in at 23,000 MT, which is just mind-boggling to me that you can get a center this good and this big for 23,000 MT. At the backup one, we're going with SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I did gameplay with this Shai card last week, and I'm a big fan of what he can give you across the board. At 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan, he's got pretty good size. Then 50 Hall of Fame badges and really well-rounded ones. Amazing perimeter defensive badges, playmaking badges, and shooting badges are near perfect. And his finishing badges are really good as well. He's got 96 shot 3, 95 driving dunk, 96 speed and excel, and elite all-around defender, especially on the perimeter. And his jumper is really smooth and easy to green as well. 91 on very quick as a jumper. We haven't seen a lot this year. Devin Vassell, the first Cade Cunningham, had this release, but I like it. I think it's really smooth and easy to green. I greened a ton of lightly contested when I was using this card. Quick dribble style with the D-Mitch sides, KD escape, and Pippen behind the back aren't the most elite dribble sigs in the game, but they're definitely not bad whatsoever. Mitchell and KD size are pretty good. And then the quick drops off one, the best safe dunk in the game, is just the icing on the cake. So it gives you good size, and he's super affordable as well. Card is literally at 11,000 MT, which makes him the perfect backup point guard option for a team like this. At the backup two, we got the most expensive player coming off the bench, and that is going to be Dark Matter Rudy Gay, who gives you a lot of the court. First thing he gives you is at shooting guard, a 6'8" player with a 7'3" wingspan, and a massive player build that makes him an incredible defensive card, and a little bit of a mismatch at times at the shooting guard position. 35 hops and hotspots from everywhere, perfect shooting badges very nearly, and then really good defensive and playmaking badges as well as his finishing badges. Just another very complete card. 90 plus on basically every defensive stat, 96 speed, excel, and 3-point shot, a 98 driving dunk, and a 95 speed of ball as well. As the Rudy Gay base on very quick, which is very tough to contest, smooth and easy to green. It's been one of my favorite releases all year, and I think Rudy is an absolute beast in terms of his ability to catch and shoot or shoot off the dribble. Quick dribble style and Pippen behind the back are great. The Jimmy size of Luka escape are not great, and that is easily my biggest complaint with this Rudy card, is that he doesn't have amazing half-court sigs, but outside of that, he is such a good card and gives you elite two-way production and elite catch and shoot ability as well at the 2 for 39,000 MT. At the 3 and the 4, we're going with Danny Ferry and Larry Nance, kind of like I talked about in the 100K squad builder that I did a few days ago. And that is because of their dynamic duo, which makes them much better than they are as base cards. Base Ferry has 24 Hoffs badges. With his Evo, he now has 46. Incredibly complete as well. Has some of the best defensive Hoffs in the game, even though he doesn't have as many Hoffs on the defensive end as everywhere else. But amazing playmaking badges, amazing shooting badges, basically perfect shooting badges. And same thing with his finishing badges besides Limitless Takeoff, which I would add to him. 95 speed and excel is amazing, a 97 shot 3, 95 driving dunk, elite defensive stats across the board, 6'10" at the small forward position with an elite wingspan at 7'5", jump shot 98 with Rudy upper on very quick, is also really good, smooth and easy to green. With the quick dribble style, the rest of his sigs are not great, which is kind of annoying. I do wish 2K had given him a little bit better sigs, but outside of that, he just does everything on the court at such a high level, and he's literally 6,000 MT, so comboing him with Larry Nance, who is also 6,000 MT, makes a ton of sense to me, because Nance, just like Ferry, I think he's got what, 28 Hall of Fame badges as a base card, and he becomes he gets 45 after the Evo. Yeah, after the duo, he gets 45 Hall of Fame badges. 6'10" with a 7'1" wingspan gives him good size to power forward position, elite all around stats, especially his speed and his defensive ability. His defensive badges are also amazing, good playmaking, shooting, and finishing badges as well, especially those finishing badges. And then release wise, he's got the exact same release as Kareem, which if you use Kareem, you know it's smooth, easy to green, and pretty consistent. Definitely a solid release, as well as the quick dribble style D-Rose size of Kobe escape and Pippen behind the back has the exact same sigs as Dyson Daniels, which is also very nice. So overall, Larry Nance, just like Danny Ferry, 2 elite cards, both 6,000 MT each, and just incredible steals, especially once you throw them together in their duo and take advantage of that for this team. And then finally at the backup center position, we're going with Mark Williams, who is an absolutely elite option at the center position. Really good size at 7'2" with a 7'6" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere, 45 Hoffs, including the incredible amount of finishing and defensive Hoffs. Also some acceptable playmaking and shooting badges, catch and shoot corner specialist on Hoff. Does need blinders, chef, and Deadeye added to him to help him out, and only an 80 shot 3. I would put a +4 diamond 3-point shoe on him as well, but with the coach boost and the shoe, you're going to get that up to a 90 or 92 3-pointer, which is very solid, especially with him having a really good release. He's got pretty good size to center position, or pretty good speed, I should say, for his size at the center position. Elite interior defender, really solid on the perimeter, amazing rebounder, amazing dunker, just an incredible interior guy on both ends. But Giannis release on very quick with release 110 upper is really smooth, consistent, and easy to green, which helps to make him only having an 80 shot 3 much less of an issue, because he is a knockdown catch and shoot shooter, especially when you add gold badges to him, a 3-point shooting shoe, things like that. Quick dribble style, pimp behind the back, at least gives him a little bit of versatility as a playmaker, and he's got basically a perfect dunk animations as well, which is super nice. Comes in at 13,000 MT to finish out the squad. So this team is going to cost you about 248,000 MT, which again, just like the 100k squad builder, comes in right under that 100k or 250k mark, which is super nice. And this is an elite squad. I mean, you have elite size to PG position. Both of your centers are super tall. You got ball handlers, you got secondary ball handlers. Everybody can shoot, everybody can score, and you're taking incredible advantage of value options as well, like Danny Ferry and Larry Nance for their duos. Cards that are way too cheap, like a Yao Ming and a Jabari Smith. Just taking advantage of amazing options and building yourself an incredible team for 250,000 MT. This team is so good, and I really think you could take this team and have a ton of success with, and even probably used in a competitive lineup of sorts. So hopefully y'all did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.